3, 2, 1. Hi everybody, Scott McGinnis here from Arm Sport Videos. We're here at the Southern Ontario Arm Wrestling Championships. My guest right now is former president of Port Perry Arm Wrestling Association, Mike Hague. Mike, it's nice to see you.
Good to see you, Scott.
I'm glad you gave me the chance to talk to you a bit on camera. So you and I met a couple years ago at Mike Gould's tournament.
That's right.
I knew a little bit about your name, but I didn't know a whole lot about you. And so doing a little bit of investigating, I come to find out a little bit more about Mike. But you're going to tell us in your own words. So how did you get started arm wrestling, and when was it? Way back when?
1986, just out of curiosity at a local event in my hometown of Port Perry, and I spoke to a few of the people who were regulars on the circuit, as it were, and it went from there. I've always had a love of the sport, and that sport has taken us far and wide and put the town of Port Perry on the map.
Well, from what I've seen, so Mike also just gave me a whole bunch of old videos that we're going to try and get up online sometime this year. From what I've seen, you guys had a pretty hardcore group of arm wrestlers coming out to support your tournaments, yes?
We certainly did. We're very, very fortunate to have the success that we did with Port Perry. The Arm Wrestling Club in itself, one of the most wonderful experiences that I could have with a bunch of brothers in the sport. We're like family at the Port Perry Arm Wrestling Club. Always have been, always will be. And we took our arm wrestling very seriously. We had a lot of fun with it, and we met some fantastic people along the way.
Okay, for the folks out there that don't really know, so give us some of the names that came out of your guys' arm wrestling club.
Garth Carlson, Pat Mastrangelo, Mike Gould, John Roberts, Terry Barton, Dan Wells, Rick Irwin. And we also had the honor and privilege of helping out along the way Guy Windover Buckhorn Arms, Patrick Callan, the Belleville Arm Wrestling Club, Troy Eaton. We all sort of cut our teeth together at the sport at the same time, and it's been a wonderful experience.
And not to mention yourself, not a half-bad arm wrestler in your day.
I did okay in my day.
So, how long were you in Port Perry doing your guys' thing there?
We formed the club in 1986.
Okay.
The club is still active in name. The club will always be around.
Sure.
It's taken a bit of a low key lately. I moved to England in 1993. Started up another arm wrestling club over there.
Okay, where in England did you move to?
I moved up into the middle of the country in Yorkshire.
Yorkshire, okay.
And we started up the Harrogate Arm Wrestling crew there.
Okay. So my question, so was arm wrestling different over in England than what you were used to here in Canada?
It's very much, at the time, it was not as a large scale as it is here in Canada. And the English arm wrestlers, they're a tough bunch.
Yes.
Absolutely tough. Although they don't have the numbers, the scale of numbers that we do here, everyone is, a world-class competitor in their own right.
Okay, and so how long were you in England for?
I was in England for 12 years.
Okay, back to Canada now.
Yes.
What's the difference from when you left to when you came back? What's the difference in arm wrestling that you've seen?
It has grown leaps and bounds, I think. There was some excellent groundwork done over the years. John Miadzik, Fred Roy, Kathy Morrison, the Blanchards, all have brought the sport forward, and now the new blood in the sport, they're grabbing it and they're running with it. It's fantastic.
What I always want to find out from the veterans around the sport, so are the arm wrestlers today, like you hear different sports, the guys are bigger, faster, stronger. Are the arm wrestlers today better? Or are they just better trained? Or is their knowledge better? What's the difference between an arm wrestler in your day when you guys were starting out and the arm wrestler starting out now?
Right. Today, there is the benefit for the betterment of the sport of the different classes. You have your experienced wrestlers, you have your novice wrestlers, amateurs, pros, whatever handle you want to put on it. Back then, a number of years ago, there wasn't that. So basically, you had to go in, do your absolute best. You might drive 4 hours and get beat twice and then drive home.
Okay.
But your love of the sport made you want to do better next time.
That determine whether you actually came back or not the next time. Do you love the sport or?
Yes, there was that aspect of it. You think, why bother? I'm just going to go and get hammered. But no, you just because the sport is in your blood, you go and you just keep doing it regardless.
So now you're not actively arm wrestling anymore?
More coaching now than anything. Yeah.
Okay, so do the guys in Port Perry still get together and practice, and you come out and help them with their strategy or
We
techniques?
still practice at my house.
Okay.
We have started up a new club, the Durham Arm Machine.
Okay.
Incorporating a few members from the Port Perry Arm Wrestling Club, and we're moving the sport forward in the Durham area.
Sweet. So you're still active and getting around and hanging out. Well, I'm glad you are. We got all that incredible footage that you've just supplied to me that I'm still getting through and converting over to DVD. There's some amazing stuff in there.
Yes.
And you're looking back and seeing guys that I've known now for the past 10 years but didn't know 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That's some entertaining stuff.
And
whether it just be hairstyles and clothing styles, and as we all get older, how everything changes,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
That's some great stuff. So I don't know when's the last time you looked at it, but when you get to look at it again, it's got to bring back some incredible memories for you.
It's probably 15 years since I had those videos on, Scott.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I suggest when you get them back that you have a look at a couple of them. Some absolutely amazing stuff, and I'm really glad and feel privileged that you trusted me with your collection. So where do you see the sport of arm wrestling going from here, from where we are today?
Where we are today, it will continue to be one of the most enjoyed sports, I think, at a provincial and national level. The people that are involved in this sport are just some of the best people in the world. You won't find in any other sport more camaraderie, more sense of family, of brother and sisterhood than you do in arm wrestling. We could go anywhere in the world and look up fellow arm wrestlers, and it would be red carpet treat.
I couldn't agree more with you. It's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, it really doesn't get any better than this.
Yes.
I mean, I spent so much of the past couple of years traveling all over North America and Europe and just been treated like a king. I'm just like, you people got to be kidding me. These people are amazing.
Yes.
And having been around for over 20 years, but not really, just keeping a low profile and no one knowing who I am, and now just treating me like I'm a king type of thing. It's just amazing
It's
to me.
the great work that you're doing with the website and promoting the sport and the respect that you're showing for the individuals. It all comes back.
Great. Well, listen, I appreciate you talking to me for a couple minutes.
Always a pleasure, Scott.
My pleasure. Certainly my pleasure. Thanks very much, Mike.
All the best.
For Mike Haig, I'm Scott McGinnis, and we're out for now. Thanks, man. I just thought we'd wing it and have some fun.
Perfect.
Yeah.